Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's Zoom class. It's Friday, September 27th, and I am Barry Cowan, your host for this meeting in my 21st year as club president of the Deerfield Beach Computer Club and 81 years young as of September 12th. And want to welcome all former, current, and future attendees to today's Zoom meeting. And we even have Helene, who may have left Florida in some form as a hurricane or tropical storm, but she's with us today. Good to see you. To all those who celebrated, I wish a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year, Rosh Hashanah 5785. And I think that starts, what is it, October 1st and 2nd? And 10 days after that, a very smooth and easy Yom Kippur fast, whether you do fast or not. All right, that being said, just want to make a little disclaimer here that everything that we say here or that you hear here or what is written here, there are opinions that are stated are not necessarily those I agree with or the Deerfield Beach Computer Club Board of Directors. Everything that we present in videos is not monetized, and we observe all copyright laws. That being said, it's my honor to present today's guest speaker. And I think you've read his bio on the invitation that I sent in. He's a good friend of mine. He's a good friend of anybody that needs to know about all types of technology. And he's going to be talking today about AI. So let's give a warm welcome to today's guest speaker, Huey Poplock.
Thank you very much. Let me go
Take it
ahead and share
away.
my screen. And I'm going to mute everybody.
Good idea, including
And
me.
I will ask you, please hold your questions till the end. I would like to go through the presentation. It's fairly long. There's a lot to it. And I want to make sure I get through everything, and then we'll have some time for questions and answers. You're going to see a lot of things you did not know or did not know you could do with AI, and and some of the things that are going on with it. So that being said, let me move this. You can't see it, but I can, and I'll move it out of the way. And away we go. Embracing the AI age with practical applications for seniors. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, George Washington.
Welcome to the Deerfield Beach Computer Club meeting. Today's presentation is all about artificial intelligence. You will be amazed at some of the current tools that are available. Many that Huey will show today are free.
What is AI? Artificial intelligence is a technology that helps computers to think and learn like humans. It's like a brain for computers that can help them do things that normally only humans can do, such as recognizing faces, playing games, and even driving cars. AI is used in many things we use every day, like smartphones, video games, and even some toys. It's a very exciting field that is growing fast and has the potential to change the world in many ways. ChatGPT is a chatbot that can have conversations by generating responses that sound human. It's been trained on tons of text data to learn patterns about how we use language. When you give it a prompt, it predicts the next word that should come in the response by looking at the words you used and the patterns it has learned, so it can come up with responses that make sense based on what you typed. The technology behind it is complex, using neural networks which are inspired by the human brain, but basically it has been shown lots of examples of conversations so it can imitate that. It's pretty good at responding sensibly on common topics, but can get confused about obscure stuff it hasn't seen examples of before. The key is that it doesn't actually understand language or have real thoughts. It just uses statistics, numbers, to guess what the next word that would sound reasonable to continue the conversation. An AI search and a Google search are quite different, and they are different ways of finding information on the internet. An AI search can talk to you like a friend and give you answers using its own words. It can also learn from your preferences and past searches to give you more personalized results. A Google search can show you a list of websites, images, or news articles that are related to what you type in the search box. It can also give you snippets of information from different sources, but it cannot write its own answers. An AI search is more interactive and creative, while a Google search is more informative and comprehensive. For instance, this is AI using ChatGPT 4.0, who won the 1950 World Series. And it gives you the answer as a text, and it tells you who. If you do it with Google, this is what you'll get. Now let's look at it a little bit closer. At the top now, Google has started putting some AI at the beginning of your search. So you'll see some of the same information I just showed you from AI, but then at Google search basically, or any of the searches, will give you links to go look up the information or find videos on it. It doesn't feed you the information, it feeds you links to them. And they may not be accurate, or they may not have anything to do with what you're looking for. And this is from using AI, who won the 1950 World Series. This shows me the answer. It gives me much more detail, and it can ask for follow-up. So I don't have to go through the whole thing and give the same question again. I can just continue and then ask it a question as a follow-up. So it's a conversation. Now, some other things that you can do with AI is translate. Here's, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this recipe, but to hard boil an egg, you need to boil it in water, and it gives you the recipe to make a hard boiled egg. And I had it convert to Spanish and to French. And if you speak either of those languages, you will see that it's a very good representation, and it does do the translation. This is from a website, and that website is listed there. And by the way, I have sent Barry a PDF of all these slides, so you don't have to hurry up and write down the names and the links, because there's going to be a lot of them. You'll be able to look at the PDF and get them from there. So this is, you can do translations into hundreds of languages using AI. And this particular program, they do have a free access, and then they have a monthly fee. And you're going to see as I go through these different AI tools, most of them do charge because it's fairly expensive for them to run and keep track of all these things and use AI and give you the answers. But you can see there's a lot of languages here that are available, and there's a lot more. There's, I think, 100 and some on languages now in this particular website. And there's other websites, AI websites, that do the same thing or something similar. Now, how I started with this was using Microsoft Bing Image Creator. I asked it to give me a picture using the same paragraph and about hard-boiled eggs. And it didn't do a very good job. And you know what? I haven't done it recently. They've improved a lot, so I might get better results. But you can see the results really aren't good representations of what a hard-boiled egg is. However, I did say, just give me a picture of some hard-boiled eggs. And this is what it gave me. So just by saying, give me a picture of some hard-boiled eggs, bingo, it created these. These aren't pictures that are somewhere out on the internet. It actually created those pictures. Now, here's a picture that someone took of the inside of their refrigerator. Doesn't happen to be mine, but it could be. and it says, this is a refrigerator full of food. So they took a picture of their refrigerator. And then they said, you're an expert chef. And this is to GPT-4. You'll be given items in a fridge from a friend, visual chat GPT. Use the items to come up with 5 food items that can be created with them. If prompted for more information, provide a quick recipe. And then it came back with thank you for the opportunity, and it gave a bunch of recipes using what it saw in the refrigerator. Now that's cool. Or I said, you know what? Come up with some food recipes that are tasty yet unique. The average human won't be able to think of this. Only use ingredients in the prompt. And bingo, I get caramelized banana and cheese toast, sweet orange omelet, and so on, as you can see here. So you get other recipes. So you can make a conversation out of it. It gives you responses, and then you can respond to the response and ask it for more information or other information based on that. Now, what about AI impacting healthcare? It can improve diagnostics, advance treatment, boost patient engagement, and support admin tasks. Artificial intelligence is being used in the development of medicines and vaccines, including COVID-19 drugs and vaccines. Researchers are using machine learning-based models to discover new candidate drugs and vaccines. In addition, AI is being used to create proteins that may be useful as vaccines, cancer treatments, or even tools for pulling carbon pollution out of the air. Properly designed AI has the potential to make the healthcare system more efficient and less expensive, fill the gaps to access quality care in the world's poorest places, and serve as unblinking watchdog on the lookout for medical errors. Improving diagnostics. Imagine AI helping doctors diagnose diseases more accurately and quickly. Research is developing AI models that can analyze medical images such as X-rays and scans to detect early signs of diseases like cancer. This could lead to faster treatment and better outcomes for patients. Personalized treatment. Research is also exploring how AI can personalize treatment plans for patients. By analyzing a patient's medical history, genetics, and lifestyle, AI can help doctors tailor treatments that are more effective and have fewer side effects. Enhancing accessibility. In many parts of the world, access to quality healthcare is limited. Research is using AI to develop tools that can help bridge this gap. For example, they're creating AI-powered systems that can screen for eye diseases using smartphone photos, making it easier for people in remote areas to get diagnosed and treated. Predicting health risks. AI is even venturing into predicting health risks before they become serious problems. By analyzing large amounts of health data, AI can identify patterns that may indicate an increased risk of developing certain diseases. This could allow for early intervention and preventive measures. Here are some quotes about AI and medicine. I'm not going to read them. As I said, you'll have copies of these slides and you can go through them, but they are some good quotes. In medical imaging, AI is being used to review thousands of images and detect diseases through computerized tomography, or CT, and magnetic resonance, MR imaging. This may be particularly useful in settings where the demand for human expertise exceeds the supply, or where data is too complex to be efficiently interpreted by human readers. Artificial intelligence is used in autonomous autos to improve vehicle safety, increase fuel efficiency, and provide drivers with enhanced connectivity features. AI technologies power self-driving car systems, and developers of self-driving cars use vast amounts of data from image recognition systems, along with machine learning and neural networks, to build systems that can drive autonomously. And that includes just keeping your lanes in your car. A lot of the new cars have that built in, and different other things that it recognizes that there's something in front of you and brakes you before you have a chance to even hit the brake. AI is used to simulate real world conditions, safety test autonomous vehicles, and Stanford researchers surveyed the algorithms and say they are good, but work remains. Tesla produces electric cars equipped with autopilot, the company's advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS, that enables automatic steering, accelerating, braking, lane changing, and parking. Tesla's approach is called imitation learning, and their algorithms learn from the decisions, reactions, and movements of millions of actual drivers around the world. Here are some simple prompts, and this is a good cheat sheet for you, a ChatGPT prompting cheat sheet. Basically, to put a prompt together, all you need to do is act as a role, create a task, and show something as a format. For instance, we'll just take one out of the list as a role. Okay, you're a journalist, or I'm a journalist. You can say it either way. You're a journalist, and I want you to give me a blog post, and that can be any one of those tasks, in a conversation, or as rich text, or as a spreadsheet, if you've got items that you want to have in the spreadsheet. So you act as a role, perform this task in this format. That's a very simple prompt. Prompt engineering is a technique used in artificial intelligence to teach computers to understand and respond to human language. It involves crafting the right questions or instructions to guide AI models to produce desired outcomes. A well-crafted prompt can steer an AI model towards specific output. It is used to train large language models, or LLMs, which are machines that can understand and generate human-like language. Prompt engineering is enabled by in-context learning, which is a model's ability to temporarily learn from prompts. Being a good prompt engineer involves combining the disciplines of AI, programming, problem solving, and even art to thrive on this career path. Though we're not looking for careers, I'm sure at this stage, but it's still, you're going to find a lot of uses for it. So let's talk a little bit about prompts. Here's a prompt, and you can see what the prompt is at the top. It's a little bit confusing, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about how to put together a prompt, more so than what I just did. But here's some examples using that same prompt. Some of the examples I got, those pictures are both AI generated. So to add life to your image, you need to add various components to your prompts. Action of the subject. This tells AI what action is being taken. For example, a cat riding a bicycle. Action execution technique. This tells AI how the subject is performing the actions. For example, a cat riding a bicycle boldly. The mood of the image. The mood can be described as using adjectives to convey the atmosphere or emotion of the scene. For example, a happy cat riding a bicycle with confidence. And then a background description. This provides context setting and setting for the image and can include details such as location, time of day, weather, and any relevant elements. For example, a cat riding a red bicycle with confidence in the rain along a peaceful road. And that's what we have to the right. That was done with Night Cafe, and I use Night Cafe quite a bit. It uses several different programs that are from text to image and image to image and image to video now. And the nice thing about it is you can get, even though they do charge for it, you can get free credits, and just by going to it every day. So every day I get an email reminding me, but if I don't read the email, I can go to the website and I'll see claim 5 credits. I click on it. You can see I have 983 credits sitting there. But right now, I was going to redo that image because I've got 2,400 credits now, and I use it quite often. So I'm using them and I'm adding more to them all the time. Here are some of the creations I've done with Night Cafe. You can see all kinds of different ways of using the prompt to get different types of images. Again, this is a cheat sheet, very similar to the one I just showed you. I put this in because you're going to see there's a lot of these type of things out there to help you put together your prompts. And again, here's some more suggestions and help, and there's just pages and pages of them located on different websites throughout the web. Okay, a text prompt. Okay, here's an example of one. I want you to act as an essay writer. You will need to do you will need to research a given topic, formulate a thesis statement, and create a persuasive piece of work that is both informative and engaging. My first suggestion request is I need help writing a persuasive essay about the importance of reducing technology waste in our environment. And you can see on the right, I cut it into 2 pieces because there's a lot in between there. It's a very long article that could be used as an essay for this particular prompt. So you can do a lot of things with AI. Okay, here's a very simple prompt, a dog in a canoe. And there it is. That is AI. That's not a picture of a dog. That's all done from Night Cafe. Here are some other examples using different ways of using the prompt using the same program and getting a totally different effect. Or you can do something like this using AI and text to image and create things like this. Here's a collage of many of the images that I have created using just Image Cafe, and you can see the varied pictures just by perusing this graphic. So their AI tools list. I know you have one listed on your website. I'm going to give you a few more here, but there's a bunch of them out there. This is one called Future Tools, and AI can improve seniors' lives through personalized healthcare, safety monitoring, and companionship. However, concerns about privacy and job displacement should be addressed, and we're going to talk about that later in this presentation. But this particular one is by Matt Wolf, and he's one of my favorite people that talk about AI, and he's got some fantastic videos out on YouTube that he does. He does at least one every Friday, and he usually does a few others about new things and shows you examples and compares different AI tools and so on. But he also keeps a record of them for you, and he has a newsletter as well. And what you do is you put in you just click a box of what you're looking for. You don't even have to hit enter, and you scroll down and it will give you this type of a screen, which explains some of the different AI tools that he has found. And then when you click on it, it will take you to the website, and you can then sign up for it or try to use it and so on. This is another one, AI Tool Guru, the largest AI tools directory, according to this guy. And he had 4,625 when I did this screen capture. But again, it's another list of tools by topics, and you can search it as well. Here's another one. This one has, right now it's showing 11,820 records. And this was done back in October. So he's got a lot more on there. You can't download this, but you can go to his site, and you can see that he's got some information about it, what it does, a summary of it, and then a link to it. This is a typical program. tool. Subscribe to our free newsletter. So most of them have newsletters. You can subscribe to them. I have not had any problems with them spamming me. The newsletters come often because there's a lot of new stuff that each one of these tools updates on a regular basis. But this is one called supertools.therundown.ai. So this is showing me using Super Tools and going to one of their listings. You'll notice that some of these things aren't well done because it's sometimes a lot of these AI tools start out as one person in their garage or in their back room. They start putting it together. They get some other people to help them. Then all of a sudden they need money. So then they put out and get funding. And then all of a sudden they're a company. But some of the things like spelling and so on can be a little bit unexact. And so it's a nice way of putting it, unexact. But what you'll find is sometimes don't think because they misspelled something on the page, there's a problem with that particular tool. Okay, here's some of the things that I've done. I did a video on different newsletters that I subscribed to back last year. A lot of them I still stay subscribed to. I've added some, I've deleted some, but it'll give you an idea of some of the newsletters that are out there, and there's a lot of them. And there's new ones every day, and there's new one and each edition. Some of them are weekly, some are daily, and some are whenever they've got information for you. Here's another video that I have out there, exploring artificial intelligence tools for senior empowerment. This was done a couple of years ago, but there's a lot of good information there also about AI. This is using Gemini, Google's tool for AI, and it's very well done. They've improved it just in the last few weeks. And so by all means, you want to test it out as well. And then, of course, Microsoft has Copilot. And you know what? I didn't put in this presentation. I just did a video on Copilot and 3 different ways that you can use it if you pay for the Copilot Plus and use it along with the Microsoft 365. It's just amazing some of the things you can do with it. If you would like to see that, I'll be glad to send a link to it. Anyway, this is Copilot and what it looks like. And Microsoft also has something called Microsoft Bing Image Creator. So like the Night Cafe, they also have text to image. Theirs is quite different, and you might want to try using different ones to see what outcomes you have. Here are some more things. They have also a designer program, much like Canva, much like some of the other programs out there, where you can create your own pictures, not only pictures, but advertisements and posters and so on, besides pictures. So you can create a lot of neat things with Designer. If you use Canva, Designer is very similar to it. Here is an example of when you sign, a lot of these AI tools, when you go to their website, they don't give you any information. They give you a little bit, but in order to even take a look at their menu and find out their pricing, you've actually got to sign up for it. I don't hesitate to do that anymore. I've not had a problem. And each one has a different way in which they get you on and protect you at the same time and protect themselves. This particular one, when you type in your email address, they will send you an email back. And then when you get it, you open up that email and it's going to look like this. We received your request to sign in to that particular one. Click on the link and it'll sign you in, and you will then have an account. And then this is what it looks like. Now I find out they don't have a free plan. They have a monthly plan and a yearly plan. The monthly is $6 a month, or it's $50 for one time. Well, how do you know that you want to spend any money. So a lot of these I never do because they don't even give you any free access, or they give you such a a, a small taste of it that you can't really tell if it's something you would ever use. But some of them have a free account, and that free account can give you 3 or 4 tries, or it may give you so many points or so many credits a month, and then you can keep trying it and try different things to see if it's something that's worth you paying some money for. For most of us who are retired or for the most part not doing much to earn money to pay for these things, you might not want to subscribe to too many of them. So you're going to want to look for some of the ones that have free accounts or free plans, which is a lot what I do. There are a couple that I do pay for. Sometimes they'll send you a verification code. And so what you have to do then is go to your email or go to your phone, and they may send it by text. And then you put in whatever the verification code is. So they have different ways to protect themselves and you to sign in to these tools. Here's one of my favorite tools from about a year ago, a little over a year ago. It's called Catbird. I love this. They gave me 120 tokens a day, and I could create all kinds of images, and it did a great job. Then all of a sudden, I got an email saying the free Catbird's gone away. We can't afford to keep giving it away because it's quite expensive for these companies to utilize AI and use the electricity and the power to be able to create what you're trying to create. So they went to straight premium, and at either $8 a month or $24 a month. They did that for a few months, and I got another email saying, "Oh, we couldn't make it. We're gone." And so they finished up, I guess, a month, and then now they're no longer available. So that happens to a lot of these as well. Some of them get bought by another company, and some just run out of funds, or they get somebody else to subsidize them, give them some money, and then they burn through that, and then they can't make it. They either get sold or they close up. Discord is a way a lot of these services do their tech support, or even use Discord to be able to create what you're trying to do. So Discord's something you want to learn. Mike Ungerman recently did a really good presentation on using Discord and having it create like an old-fashioned bulletin board for your group where you can post information. And that one by Mike is very well done, from the Central Florida Computer Society, and that's available for you to take a look at on Discord. Discord is free and worth taking a look at. And it's I subscribe. You can see along the left-hand side are just some of the Discord channels that I subscribe to, and I get updates to the software. I get a place where I can ask questions, and other users will answer it, or people from the software company will answer it. And here is the CFCS bulletin board. You just go to discord.com and then search for the CFCS BBS. Again, here's some pricing on some AI tools. This particular one, you get the free version. You get 400 AI credits at sign up, and it doesn't say whether you get any per month or not. So when those 400 are gone, we don't know whether they're gone or not. Whether you can get more for free or you may have to pay some. But this is just an example. Some of them have a free, some have plus, some have pro, but is it saying also that it's credits, 400 credits? But how many credits are there to create one AI image or document or whatever it is? Sometimes it's 3 or 4, sometimes it's 8 or 10, maybe 100. So the number of credits can get confusing. So some of them just tell you so many pictures or so many documents. Here's another one with free assistance. You can get what you get access to, and I guess this is ChatGPT, which you hear about a lot. Well, ChatGPT is not free for a lot of its capabilities, you need to upgrade to the Plus at $20 a month. Again, if you don't have a reason for doing it, you shouldn't pay the $20 a month. But a lot of times you can try it for 1 month for $20 and then tell it you don't want it anymore. And you don't have to sign up for a year by any means. And some of them give you a cheaper price by the year, but these things are changing so quickly. I don't recommend that you do that. Don't buy a year's worth of something. Do it 1 month at a time. Try it for a month, then get off of it. See if you used it. See if you can use it. And if you can, then sign up for another month. Your account will still be there. You're just not paying for it, so you can't do anything with it. Here's something that I really don't like is you don't get any info and you don't get any pricing when you go to a website. Here's one, and it tells you what it does. And if you scroll down, it gives you a lot of information. But in order to find out even if there's any pricing or how much it is, you've got to log in. And in order to log in, you have to create an account. So I don't like that. But I do what I do in a lot of these cases is I'll do a search using one of the AI chat programs and say, okay, this one's called Instant Chapters. Tell me the pricing of instantchapters.ai or whatever it is. And a lot of times it'll come back and say, here's the pricing for it. So it's a workaround for me. Here's another one that's got a free, but the basic starts at $25 a month, $24 a month. Some of these can get quite pricey, and especially if you sign up for 2 or 3 of them, all of a sudden you're up to $100 a month. So you got to be very selective and remember what you sign up for and commit yourself to. This is one called Leonardo Alchemy. Very well done, and it does some things free, but again, to get most out of it, you've got to have at least the $10 a month or $24 a month plan, but you can use it for free. You get 150 generations of images a day. And every day you log on, your counter is at 150. It doesn't save them. It doesn't save them. You just start out at 150 every day, which is a lot of images. Noti AI is another one's got some free. It's $8 a month, or their gold plan is $16 a month. There's another, let's see, that's another one, Online Tools. Again, I'm just giving you some examples. Here's one that Bob G and I use a lot. I pay the $19 a month. And there was a free trial and I liked it. I used it a lot. Bob uses it a lot more than I do. So I put it on hiatus a couple of times and then went to something else, then came back to it. Poe is another one. And here's to sign in, you put in your email address, it says go, and then it sends you the information to get on. Here's another one called PromptBot. So there are programs out there that'll even help you with prompts. Upscale Media. Upscaling is where you can, if you remember, if you've got a real small picture and you want a bigger picture of it, it pixelates. In other words, you get little square blocks and it really doesn't look good. Well, upscaling means you're able now to take a small picture, a small image, and upscale it to a larger image, and AI is filling in the spots so it doesn't look pixelated. Upscaling also will, in a lot of cases, will do something called, I call uncropped. It will make, if you want it to be, if it's a square and you want it to be a rectangle, it will fill in with AI on the sides, on top, on the bottom, whatever you need. And so this is upscale. You upload the image, you drag and drop your image to it, it upscales it, and then you can download it. And then you check your inbox and there it is. Tugan.ai, you can take YouTube and transform it into engaging newsletters. YouTube to Twitter threads, YouTube to LinkedIn posts, YouTube to simple tweets, and so on. You get a 7-day free trial. The premium's $30 a month. But if it's something that you want to use, it might be worth that to you. or try it for a month, do a whole bunch of videos to newsletters, and then shut it off because you've already done them and downloaded them. Here's some other things that you can do. Save pages to YouTube ads, sales page to Facebook ads, from YouTube to Instagram posts, from an article to an Instagram post, from YouTube to a Facebook post, or from an article to a Facebook post. So you can do a lot of different things with AI. Here's one called HeyGen, and I'm going to show you an example of one I did with it for free. I was able to do, it gave me one free credit, and I was able to do one presentation for free. Otherwise, it's 25 bucks a month, and the business account is 72 a month. So unless you're running a business, in most cases, you're not going to use this. But I'll show you an example of it and how good it is in just a moment. There's another one called Zoomscape.ai. And what this will do is the nice backgrounds that people have when they Zoom a meeting, when they use Zoom in a meeting, well, you can create using AI all different types of backgrounds using this particular tool. This is another one called Notice. Again, free, individual, essential, and so on, showing you the different prices. You got billed, this one's billed annually at $19, but if you want it monthly, it's $23. So it does cost you a little bit more per month, but if you only do it for 1 month, it costs you $23 as opposed to spending 19 times 12. So a lot of times doing just 1 month and then trying it is much better. Here's one called GenVid. A starter is $50 a video. So you can do one video for 50 bucks. So again, this is not something you and I probably will ever use. But here's another one. Let me silence here and clear my throat. Okay. And here's another one, credits from, you don't need to claim daily free credits anymore. We're making all of the basic image generations unlimited. So why don't you see what free, so you won't see free credits anymore. You can generate unlimited images that used to cost you free credits. So another one to try, that one's called OpenArt. Anthropic is another one like ChatGPT, and I use it quite often. And it's someday I want to put together a comparison of Anthropic, which is Claude, Anthropic and Perplexity and OpenAI's ChatGPT, and compare them. They all do things similar. And there's other ones, Copilot and Gemini from Google, and Meta's got one now. And they all do similar things, but sometimes the results from one is better than the other. And so sometimes I'll use 2 or 3 of them and then look to see what the result was from each one and decide which one I want. And these you can get for free. They do have pro versions, but in most cases you won't need them. This is Perplexity, another one that I use. Immersity.ai, drag and drop an image or a video here to start. And you can go from 2D to 3D motion, 2D to 3D image, and so on. And here's what's new with Immersity, and here's what an Immersity picture looks like. All right, this was the original picture, and this is what it does. Here's some examples. It's taking a single picture and giving it motion and a 3D type image. It's not 3D, but it certainly makes it look like it's 3D. And you can do this with any simple image that you have in your collection or one that you create using one of the AI image, text to image programs, and then put it in Immersity.ai and get that. Now, remember I mentioned earlier HeyGen? This is an example of something I made with HeyGen.
Join our captivating Zoom meeting and embark on an exhilarating journey into the fascinating world of artificial intelligence, AI. Whether you're a curious beginner or an enthusiast seeking to expand your knowledge, this discussion group is the perfect gateway to explore the realms of AI in an accessible and engaging manner. With insightful presentations, interactive discussions, and a welcoming community of like-minded novices, this Zoom meeting promises to ignite your passion for AI and empower you to navigate the rapidly evolving digital landscape with confidence. Don't miss out on this enriching experience. Join us and uncover the extraordinary possibilities that await. This is a STUG member-only forum. It's this Friday, May 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Contact Huey Poplock for the link.
We're done with AI. The voice is AI, the avatar is AI, all the movements. I just gave it some text and it rewrote what I said and made that AI. Now you may have heard of Suno, styles of music. These are all the different styles of music you can create with Suno. And what I did is I went out and I said, create a song for the Deerfield Computer Club. And this is what I got.
In Deerfield Beach, there's a special place where seniors gather in cyberspace. A computer club that's one of a kind, where age is just a state of mind. We're the Deerfield Beach Computer Crew. Zoom in together, me and you, sharing knowledge, having fun. Our digital journey has just begun. From desktops to tablets, we're learning it all.
You could see all of the text was there. For time purposes, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I did send a copy of that song to Barry, and Barry will post it somewhere where you can play it and use it for your group if you want to, or any of your publicity. Another program that I use is called InVideo.ai, and there's the address for it. It's one that I played with. I went ahead and I actually paid for it for a couple of months and did several things in it. And what you do is give me a topic and detailed instructions. And so I would use something like OpenAI's ChatGPT, and I would create the instructions of what I want. Sometimes I would just make them up and let it go ahead and create something from what I tell it. And then I tell it I want it to be a YouTube explainer and so on. So let's see, these are some of the things you can do. And let me show you. This is what I used for the text. The Sarasota Technology User Group presentation meeting is the first Wednesday of every month. So this was the text I fed it, and this is what I got.
Welcome to the Sarasota Technology User Group presentation meeting, a beacon for tech enthusiasts and professionals alike, where knowledge is shared and ideas sparked. The rhythm of this monthly gathering, always the first Wednesday of each month, is about to shift, bringing a fresh cadence to our virtual gathering via Zoom. First, we initiate the evening with a social rendezvous, commencing at 6:15 in the evening, Eastern Time. This is a time for informal chatter, for sharing thoughts, for breaking the ice before we dive into the depths of the technological sea. This social time will extend until 6:30, offering a generous quarter of an hour for us to connect and communicate. As the clock strikes 6:30, the help desk springs into action. Here, our tech gurus are ready and waiting to answer your queries.
Again, I don't want to, for time-wise, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you get the idea that it put that whole video together with somebody's voice. And the other thing, that if you're paying for it, you can create a audio sound bite and upload it and tell it to use my voice or your voice, and it does. So I gave it a sample of my voice, and I've done some videos, and it spits them out using my voice, but I'm not doing it. It's all done with AI. And the pricing on that, let's see, is this It's $0 a month for the current plan. This I think is another one. Yeah, no, this one's it's $25 a month. Uh, uh, a phone only app called Revive. It's available on your iPhone and it's available on Android phones. It's called Revive, and it gives you a lot of different videos, or I'm saying audio, and you can then create a video using any picture you want. And let me give you an example. There's a picture of me at a restaurant, and all I did in Revive is say, okay, use this song, now watch.
Your birthday, your birthday, your birthday, happy birthday. It is your birthday, it is your birthday, it is your birthday, happy birthday.
That's not my teeth. That's not my voice. It's AI creating that from my picture, but it sure makes it looks realistic, and it sure is a nice birthday card to send somebody, a family or a friend or a neighbor, whatever. And then OpenAI has got creating video from text. They've advertised this, they've talked about it, they have not released it yet, but now there's some other companies that are coming out that can do something close to this. But let me show you this. It has no audio, but the prompt is historical footage of California during the gold rush. That's the only prompt that does this. And just take a look at the quality of the video and the horses moving, all of the buildings, the hills in the background. And as you see, as we turn the corner here, you can see the rest of the village in the background, and all of this during the gold rush. And it's all done with AI. Here's another one. Here's the prompt for it, and here's what it looks like. This is AI. This is not a film or a video. This is AI. Isn't it gorgeous? And this is a program called Ideogram that I use quite a bit. One thing it does text quite well. I use the prompt, a quaint tavern on a busy street. The tavern's called Huey's Place. A lot of these AI text to image have a lot of trouble with the letters in signs and so on. And in this particular one, I was able to get the sign off the building okay, but the one on the building, they left out an I and so on. But you put in a small prompt and it creates a magic prompt that makes it a much better image. I did this one using a different program. And the prompt was a heartwarming and cheerful photo of a group of elderly seniors, all dressed in casual attire, standing together with big smiles on their faces. They are proudly holding a banner that says Deerfield Beach Computer Club. The background is a sunny outdoor space with lush green trees and clear blue sky, creating a sense of warmth and happiness. The seniors seem to be enjoying their time together, celebrating a shared bond and experience. And I want it to be like a photo. And there's what I got. And Barry also has a copy of this picture that you can use in your website or in your emails or whatever you want. So I thought that came out really well. Okay, here's some common issues and concerns that people have with AI. One is unemployment. There's a concern that AI systems as it becomes more capable, they may displace human workers in certain jobs and industries. This could disrupt economies and leave many people unemployed. Of course, there's the opposite of that it also will create new jobs, and it'll create jobs that people will have to maybe change the way they do things, but there will be jobs in using AI that will be able to take care of that unemployment. And so there will be more employment. AI systems can pick up biases from their training data. This can lead to issues like racial, gender, and other discrimination. Ensuring AI is fair and unbiased is an ongoing challenge. They're working on that. Sometimes there are some issues, and then they work to create it. Accountability: when AI systems make mistakes or cause harm, determining who's responsible can be difficult. How do we ensure there is a transparency and accountability? Autonomy. As AI becomes more advanced, there are certain concerns about it operating independently without human oversight and control. Could AI become too autonomous? Existential threat. In the long run, some worry advanced AI could become uncontrollable and threaten humanity if precautions are not taken. There are concerns about the existential safety risk from artificial superintelligence, like HAL 2000. Privacy. Large AI systems are often data hungry. Collecting the data required to train advanced AI can raise privacy issues. Data security is also a concern with AI systems. Ethical issues. The complexity of AI raises many ethical questions about things like inherent biases, transparency, accountability, and more. Developing ethical AI is an ongoing challenge. Lack of trust. If the public does not trust or understand, they may resist its adaptation. More work needed to be done to build trust and acceptance of AI. Common issues range from socioeconomic concerns to technical challenges to existential threats. Advancing AI responsibly and addressing these issues is critical. And President Biden issued an executive order last October, and this is what it was about. And in summary, the order establishes guardrails, standards, and protections to ensure AI is developed and used in a responsible way that benefits society. And the EU's got something, Canada is doing something. So many governments are doing things to protect us and try to keep AI within certain bounds. AI can go wrong. Here are some examples of some AI pictures that just didn't come out probably the way the prompts were. Here's some more. And the guy with 3 rows of teeth. And that woman in the center. Just as a reminder, I do a Let's Talk AI or Artificial Intelligence the 4th Friday of the month, which is this afternoon from 1 to 2 Eastern Time. It's moderated by me. It's for beginners and intermediate users of AI, focusing on practical applications. It's a free form. It's a discussion. We talk about things. I'll show examples of things. We'll go out and look at some videos. I have a newsletter now that I put together as well. If you're interested in joining us this afternoon, send me an email at huey@huey.net. I will add you to the list and send you a link. And this forum is open to all, including your group, the Deerfield Beach Computer Club, are more than welcome to join us. And I am recording it, but it's only for people who have signed up. It is not open to the public. I also do a Tech for Seniors and Tech for Senior Live, one on Mondays and the other on Thursday. Bob G, if he's was with us earlier, he's one of our staff. Myself and Ron Brown are co-hosts. And then we also have Chris Gould from What's This Button Do and Geeks on Tour, and Ray Baxter, the president of APCUG, and a lot of you also know Bill James, and Bill is also part of our staff. Also, I do a Windows Special Interest Group that's open to all user group members anywheres. And I didn't put the October date. It is the second Sunday of the month. And I'm sorry I got the wrong date on there, but it is the second Sunday of October. And again, it's open for you. Just go to huey.net, sign up for my newsletter, and that newsletter will send where you can sign up for it, and then you'll get a link. And with that, have you ever wondered about the recent updates in Windows 11 and how they can transform your experience with your computer? Well, in Sunday's Windows SIG discussion, a slew of exciting and essential topics will be covered. Sit back, relax, and allow the world of technology to unfold. First on our list is the fresh Windows 11 update, Microsoft has recently released an update with 29 changes that are sure to enhance your user experience. Among them, Moment 5 features stand out, offering a new level of convenience and functionality. Next up, there are 27 tips and tricks about Windows 11 that you need to know. I'm going to stop that video. That's my voice in the background. Remember, I mentioned in video that I uploaded my voice and it created the text, the voice overlay for me using my voice. And at the bottom is, by the way, is where you can register for the Windows SIG. So there is a link for the Windows SIG sign up directly in the slides. So when you get a copy of them, you can go ahead and do that. Let's go to the next slide.
We need to wind down. We're getting close.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're there. We're there. So at this point, I will stop the share and let's see if we got some questions.
Okay, raise your hand, please, to be recognized. Use the icon on your toolbar. And then when you're finished, you can click it off the same way. Okay, we'll start with going left to right. Steve Carcieri, please be short and to the point. We're stuck
Yes,
on time.
I'd like to know if AI is fixing the closed captioning on TV.
I am not sure. I don't know that for a fact. I think they've got tools that may not be AI that are doing it, or they may be, I don't think somebody's there typing it. I think it may be AI. And because AI has been around a lot longer, even though AI became popular, it was a year ago, November, when OpenAI came out with ChatGPT, that it just blew up from there. But AI's been around for decades. So they may be using AI from before all this got popular.
Yeah, can AI shop in a blurry image?
I don't know. It may be able to do some updating and try to correct it, but you can only do so much with it.
Would that
Okay.
involve upscaling?
I'm sorry?
Would that involve upscaling?
It would, but there's also some other things involved in it, because if it's blurred, it's got to figure out what is blurred, and it may not be able to do that.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you. Let's move on to Don. What's your
Yeah.
question, sir?
Yeah, I'm a college professor, and when a student turns in a paper to me, I run it through a program called Check It, and it runs through their paper and it tells me if they have any copyright errors in there, if they have plagiarized anything. What programs are out there that can tell me if their paper, when they turn it in, has been run through one of these AI generated programs?
If the one you mentioned, there are several. I don't know their names offhand. I do subscribe to a couple of newsletters for educators, but there's also some that the students can run it through an AI program that will catch and tell them that if it looks like it to you as the professor, that it's AI generated, that it will correct those things. So yeah, what a lot of the teachers are doing, what education is doing, and what I'm reading is they're finding ways to utilize AI as opposed to fighting it and doing it in a different way. So some people have found ways to have them use AI as part of their research and then explain it and give results.
There are some checkers out there, what you're saying.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, good. That's good. And from the assistive technology point of view, just real quick, there are some new things out there, particularly automatic routines for people with disabilities, I'm finding. So you can say, okay, good night to Alexa, and she turns out the light, changes the thermostat, locks the front door, and does a whole series of routines like that. And there's a new device that's called, I believe it's called the Omni, that fits on the side of your glasses for people that are visually impaired or blind, that will identify faces. When you get up to a group and you're talking people, it will identify their face and tell you in your earpiece who is out there, which is
it's amazing. It's amazing some of the things it can do, and some of the medical advances. Elon Musk has already experimented with 2 different people where they implant something in the brain that's been able to go ahead and give them abilities they didn't have before. So
Yeah,
there's
he's really
there's
big with
going to
the neural net stuff.
yeah, so there's
Really
going to be
big.
a lot happening in those kind of
Mhm.
fields as well.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Thank you, by the way.
Huey, I want to thank
welcome.
you. Let's give him a sitting ovation right now for that
Hey.
excellent presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you
Excellent.
so much. I know you want to prepare for your 1 o'clock, so we appreciate your coming and your friendship, and I will take care of everything, that you sent me eventually. And the video of this will be posted probably sometime tomorrow. All you have to do is go to our club site and you'll see a YouTube icon and up in the right-hand corner. You click on that, it takes you to videos, and that's where you'll see all the ones that we've done. So thanks again, Huey.
All
Take
right, my
care of
pleasure.
yourself.
I hope that helped you understand all of the different implications and different things that are out there about AI. And it's changing every day and improving every day.
Yep.
And with the political things that are coming down, it's very important that we do understand when a fake is there and whatever. And the fact that I know a lot of the Russia and Iran and some of the other countries are trying to mess with the election, the upcoming election, trying to
Yep.
put fakes in there and everything else. So it's a very constant security issue as well.
It
But
sure
you
is.
presented everything excellently, so thanks again, and we'll see you
You're
soon.
welcome. Yep,
All
thank
right.
you.
Okay, folks, before we shut down for today, I want to mention a couple of things. First thing is that you've seen what I had on the club site, where it talks about breaking news, about how we're going to do things in the future.
Right.
We're going to allow you to choose. We don't know what the format's going to be. It might be a Google form. It might be something else that we're going to be sending to you, sort of like an America's Got Talent or, or Dancing with the Stars thing. You're limited down to, you start with 10, you whittle it down to your top 3 or 4 or 5. We'll collate those results anonymously, and then we will determine what the best are, the most popular are, and then we'll find guest speakers, quality ones like Huey Poplock and Bob Gassisha and a whole line of them that are in the APCUG network and even outside to help.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
And let's see what I got here. The next class is at October 18th. October 18th is Cybersecurity Month, a very important month for every computer club or every group in the world. There'll be many presentations on that date. Bob Gassisha will, as a APCUG expert on security, is going to be here to present a lot of information about cybersecurity. You have to be very careful now about what you receive in social media or in standard email. Yes, Don?
Oh, I was just, I didn't unclick it, I guess. I do want to ask you about the PiPhone when you finish up here, though.
I haven't looked at that really, the Tesla Pi, but I understand that from what I read, that Elon Musk does not plan to present it immediately anyway.
I'm curious, but the just watch the video. I'll talk to you later.
I will. And also, a lot of us are Apple users, and of course, Apple intelligence is like a misnomer because they present so many products during their presentations and events, but they don't come out with the software. Apple Intelligence, you can buy, the phone that would use it, but it's still not out yet. So that's kind of tricking the public into buying something more expensive that they really don't need. You've got to be very careful with what they're saying. It's like everybody looks so healthy, and it doesn't show them, taking all the pharmaceuticals like Ozempic and everything else. All those can be made AI also. And you've got to be very careful because this AI caused a tremendous controversy with the writer's strike, when they walked out after it, went out for months saying that if you're a musician like I am, or if you're in the movie business, you have to be very careful that somebody does not take your property, make an AI fake of it or use something that you need for your revenue. So hopefully they solve that matter, but I know it's still going on. But the best way to stop these things is to educate yourself. To be educated and to be forewarned is the biggest defense we have. And our club and others are in the business of doing just that. Any other questions before I close the meeting?
Good.
Okay, I hope it was an enjoyable experience for everyone. It's great to see all of you. You had 20 people today, some of whom have been here for the first time. Like Mackie, I thank you again for coming. Of course, Carol, I guess she's very busy with her things to do. And I want to again mention that we have Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur coming up. For those of us who recognize the holiday, may it be healthy and happy and prosperous new year, and a smooth and easy fast. So does anybody have any other questions before we shut down?
Good.
Okay.
Thank you, Barry.
Well, thank you for coming. With the recording lasted, we didn't have a terrible problem like we did last time. And I wish all of you the best of health and happiness, and keep checking us out. Our website is alive, and I keep changing it a little bit. I put in something about AI you might find interesting. I think Huey mentioned all those, tools that are out there. It can be overwhelming, and sometimes you think things are changing, but like streaming, things like that. That's why I couldn't get Huey to talk about it, because it changes as you speak. It's so dynamic. The presentations already have to be updated. Is that accurate, Huey? Yeah, so I mean,
Yes.
it's a problem. And as I say, you have to be careful about what you read, what you see written, what you listen to. Anything can be, taken the wrong way. And I'll repeat again for those that weren't here. All the news is filled, what's one candidate would call fake news, others would call real news. It's very confusing what you see now, what you get in social messaging, in Facebook, in Instagram, in Reddit, in I should say Meta. It's known as Meta. But all those things that I subscribe to, I have to be very careful in selecting what or not I want to use, and to lock it down with security. Wherever possible, use security, two-factor authentication. Make something happen that someone just can't get in there and grab your password and everything. Make sure they have to have it verified by two-factor. They have to not only try to get in, but they'll have to send a code to your phone in order to do it. So that's an extra level that you really need to consider. Okay, that's it. So Huey, if I click leave meeting, is that better than end meeting for all?
And end meeting ends everything.
Okay, what I'll do is that, and it will start to, believe it or not, this is a Windows 7 computer. I've got a Windows 10 also, but this thing's working great. And if it ain't broke, I'm not going to fix it.
Right, it's because you're so talented.
Yep. Now as I told Huey, I've got a Chromebook that needs repair, but I'm not even sure it's even worth doing anything with. But you can just buy a new one and just, sign in with your Google account, and you got everything, all your data, it's up in the cloud.
All
So you don't
right.
have to worry about losing anything. Okay, folks, it's
Next
been
month, my brother.
been a
Next month.
pleasure. See you
Al?
Yeah,
soon.
that was the most comprehensive presentation I've ever heard. Tremendous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wave goodbye to everybody.
Bye-bye. It's raining in Margate.
Stay healthy. Okay, I know.
Raining,
Bye-bye.
yes. Bye-bye.